I hate the saying like new year, new me in a way, because it's advocating that your old you wasn't good enough. And it is. The old you is what literally has gotten you through a freaking pandemic. Hi, in this video, I'm going to be talking about some things that every teen girl needs to hear before 2022. Now, if you are getting to this video and it's past 2022, that's okay. This is still going to be applicable. I'm pretty much just going to be giving you some really helpful tips and details and things just I wish I knew when I was a teen. And I really think it's important for us to start the new year kind of having been reminded some of the things I am about to share with you. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. All right, so I'm going to be sharing with you 4 different tips, and starting with one, I just want to remind you all of what you have been going through the past 2 years. The world has literally been going through a pandemic, and you have been having to spend your teenage years through a pandemic. That is something every other generation could never relate to. You're having to miss your high school proms, you're having to do school online, you're having to miss your dances, your sports, your activities. Your world has literally turned upside down. That's a lot. I remember reading a comment a girl left on my channel a few weeks ago on a video I did similar to this, and she said, I am 17 now and I feel like I am not getting to live out my teenage years because since I was 15, we have been in a pandemic. And I read that and it just broke my heart, because some of you all started this pandemic and you were just kids, and now you're getting to be like older young adults, and you kind of in a way got robbed a lot of beautiful things that every other generation before you got to experience, and it's just not fair. I am in college right now, and I think about if I had to miss my high school proms, how terrible that would have been. If I had to have missed like my volleyball games and not get to go to school. As annoying as school was, it was amazing to be able to know that every day I can go to school without a mask, and I can see my friends every day at school. Like, at the end of the day, we all can hate on school, but we all also kind of want to have normalcy in our life. School brings that normalcy, and you guys haven't had that the past couple of years. So I guess I just want to say, go easy on yourself. You are having to grow up pretty fast. So I just want to remind you that like you're doing okay, you're doing great, keep pushing, and this is going to end up defining who you are in a good way. It's going to help you become such a mature, amazing young woman. So keep pushing, you got this, and I'm so proud of you, and you should also be proud of yourself for freaking going through a pandemic as a teen. That's pretty amazing. The second thing I want to point out is, as you are going through these teenage years, know that it is totally normal to be sad, confused, and just emotional in general. Not only is the state of the world just confusing right now, but you're getting to the point where a lot of hormones are kicking in, and your body is starting to produce a lot of different chemicals and hormones. So without you knowing it, that really affects you. So keep in mind, like, it is normal to be just emotional during this stage of life. It's also normal to feel confused because you're getting to the point where, you know, you're not a kid anymore, and so you're having to make a lot of adult-like decisions, but you're also nowhere close to being an adult. And you're also getting to the point where you want your parents to stop treating you like a child, because you're not a child anymore, but you also know they're not gonna, you know, treat you like an adult either, and it's just confusing. It's a weird line of figuring out how to get along with your parents and how to get along with your siblings and how to find yourself and who you are. It's just a really confusing stage of life. On top of that, you guys are having to deal with social media pressures, societal pressure. I cannot imagine how hard it must be for you all to go to school and look around and just feel like you are just so out of place because of the kind of pressure this world has put on teenage girls. I mean, just through TikTok, don't get me wrong, I love TikTok, but I scroll through that social media app and I can't stop thinking at how damaging some of those videos are for teenage girls. I mean, just the filters within the TikTok app, they make you feel like you need to look like that filter in order to be considered pretty. And so you're always having to compare your everyday self to such an unrealistic image. Like, that is a lot on a teen girl that already feels insecure because her body is going through these crazy changes. So going into a new year, I just want to challenge you. Don't be so hard on yourself, both physically and emotionally. Don't compare yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but don't compare yourself to filters, to other girls that you're seeing on social media, and let yourself feel the emotions. Reach out to people and talk with them when you're going through something hard, and don't ever dismiss your thoughts because they're valuable and you're valuable. This next tip is very important to hear before 2022, so listen up. And that is, you don't have to go through some crazy transformation just because it's a new year. A lot of people during a new year set a lot of standards and goals, and I'm not saying those are bad things. However, most of the times those goals we set are purely on our physical image. So we say, it's 2022, it's a new year, I'm gonna lose weight and I'm going to get skinnier, or I'm gonna be fit and stuff. And it's okay to seek to be healthier, but just because it's a new year doesn't mean you need a new body. I hate the saying like new year, new me in a way, because it's advocating that your old you wasn't good enough, and it is. The old you is what literally has gotten you through a freaking pandemic. Like, the old you is perfect and beautiful, and you don't need to change it just because you're entering a new year. It's okay to set like healthy habits, but don't fall into the traps of feeling like you need some crazy physical transformation just because it's a new year, because you're beautiful right now just the way you are. Okay, this last one is a little bit more positive and I really want you to listen to this because it's important. And that is, this new year can be a new start for you. If you are someone that hasn't been very proud of the decisions that you have made the past couple of years, first of all, it's okay. Everybody makes bad decisions here and there, so don't beat yourself up. But you can take this new year as an opportunity to become better and to work on yourself and grow as a person. There's no point in looking back to what happened in the past and beat yourself up. There just isn't. There's no point. There's nothing you can do after things have already been done. So now what you can do is just become a better person going forward. So use this year, use 2022 to grow and develop into a better human being. And along the way, you're gonna continue to make mistakes, and that's okay. You learn from the mistakes and you just keep going. But I really think this can be a good restart for a lot of teenage girls. So I hope that was helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, I have done so many videos geared toward teenage girls. So if you want to check those out, I will have all of it linked in the description down below. I also post a lot of TikToks on these kind of topics, so feel free to follow me over on TikTok. And I would love for you to join this little community that I have built. I want this to be a safe place for you, just to be able to open up about whatever is bothering you and feel like there's somebody on the other side that cares, because I do care. I genuinely care about you, and I just feel deeply for girls at that stage of life. So yeah, I hope I can kind of be your big sister, mentor slash life coach. So that is all I got for ya. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and until next time, bye.